Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Um, So we're gonna continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8. We're on chapter 4. Does anyone remember what we were reading the last time?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we were reading about the elephant, king of elephant Gajendra, and the Gandharva, the king who was crocodile and who caught the leg of the king of elephant. But because that king of elephant was a pure devotee in his past life, the name was King Indraduman, and he cried with the pure heart to the Bhagavan Vishnu. So he came and he escaped him from the crocodile, and he liberated the crocodile also as a Gandharva, and the king Gajendra, he also liberated, and he went to the higher planet, and it was saying, like, when you are praying to Supreme Lord, even uh, you will go to higher planet, and you will liberate it from the cycle of life and death. But you should have some guru, right? No, here we haven't read guru about guru. Oh, yeah, we were reading in Krishna book.
Yeah, we're reading
Yeah,
about Gajendra, yeah.
Gajendra.
And
Yeah,
King
yeah,
Hu, yeah.
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 King Huhu. Yeah, who was crocodile in this life. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All right, so we'll come to today's verse, text 14. Etan Maharaja Taverito Maya
Itam Maharaj Tavirito
Krishna Anubhavo Gajaraja Mokshanam
Krishna Bhavo Gajraj Moksham
Gajendra
Swargyam Yashasyam Kalikalmashapaham
Swargyam Yasham Kalikapaham
Duhswapnanasham Kuruvar Vatam
Dushwapnanasham Puruvra Srinatam.
Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. My dear King Parikshit, I have now described the wonderful power of Krishna as displayed when the Lord delivered the king of the elephants, O best of the Kuru dynasty. Those who hear this narration become fit to be promoted to the higher planetary systems. Simply because of hearing this narration, they gain a reputation as devotees. They are unaffected by the contamination of Kali Yuga, and they never see bad dreams. So Sukadev Goswami is telling us what's the result of hearing this pastime of Gajendra, that can go to the higher planets, become a devotee. Narration, gain reputation as devotees means they're going to become devotees. Whoever's hearing this will become a devotee of Krishna. Will not see bad dreams and unaffected by the contamination of Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, yeah, quarrelsome. Quarrel is one of the big signs of Kali Yuga. Yeah, quarrelsome, lazy, unfortunate, misguided. Those are the big effects of Kali Yuga. So simply by hearing, we can see about about the devotees, hearing about the Lord, how it really gives us so much benefit. When we're watching movie or we are hearing about some entertainer or, following some popular person in some materialistic field, it doesn't benefit us in that way, right? Sure, we get some kind of material knowledge sometimes, we get some kind of entertainment, but it doesn't actually help us. We can see how by hearing Bhagavatam is actually helping us. It's the real help. Yathanu kirtayanti etaj
यथा
यथा
कीर्तयन्ति
प्रीतेत
एतत्
shreyas kamad vichataya
श्रेयस्य कर्मा
श्रेयस्कामाद्विजातय
द्विजातय
shuchaya pratar uthaya
शुचय प्रातर् उत्थाय
dusvapnadi upashantaye.
दुःस्वप्नादि उपशान्तये.
Therefore, after getting up from bed in the morning, those who desire their own welfare, especially the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and in particular the Brahman Vaishnavas, should chant this narration as it is, without deviation, to counteract the troubles of bad dreams. Every verse in the Vedic literature, especially in the Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, is a Vedic mantra. Here the words Yathanu Kirtayanti are used to recommend that this literature be presented as it is. Unscrupulous persons, however, deviate from the actual narration and interpret the text in their own way with grammatical jugglery. Such deviations are to be avoided. This is a Vedic injunction supported by Sukadev Goswami, one of the Mahajans or authorities. He says, Yathanu Kirtayanti. One should recite the mantra as it is without deviation, for then one will be eligible to rise to the platform of all good fortune. Sukadev Goswami especially recommends that those who are Brahmanas, Shuchaya, recite all these mantras after rising from bed in the morning. So mantras should be chanted as they are. Sometimes we hear some people change the mantras, and that should not be done because every mantra has their own potency. Here it's specifically recommended for the Brahmanas. Because of sinful activities at night, we have bad dreams, which are very troublesome. Indeed, Maharaj Yudhishthir was obliged to see hell because of a slight deviation from devotional service to the Lord. It comes in Mahabharata that Maharaj Yudhishthir, when he died, he was in his own, this same body. He didn't have to give up this body. And he just had to momentarily see hell, just he just had to like kind of just see it. He didn't have to suffer anything in it. So, but he left it. He didn't have to like give up this material body. In his same body he went. So therefore, those swapna, bad dreams, occur because of sinful activities. A devotee sometimes accepts a sinful person as his disciple, and to counteract the sinful reactions he accepts from the disciple, he has to see a bad dream. Nonetheless, the spiritual master is so kind that in spite of having bad dreams due to the sinful disciple, he accepts this troublesome business for the deliverance of the victims of Kali Yuga. After initiation, therefore, a disciple should be extremely careful not to commit again any sinful act that might cause difficulties for himself and the spiritual master. So a few days ago, we were discussing how the spiritual master has to take the karma. So here Prabhupada is mentioning sometimes because of this sinful activity of the disciple, the spiritual master may see bad dreams. So then it is the duty of the disciple that once a disciple is initiated, then be careful not to commit sinful activity. Before the deity, before the fire, before the spiritual master, and before the Vaishnavas, the honest disciple promises to refrain from all sinful activity. Therefore, he must not again commit sinful acts and thus create a troublesome situation. Because the disciple, he takes He takes this commitment. He takes up the vows, the 4 regulative principles. No meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex, no gambling. So after initiation, especially, one is very careful not to commit these sinful activities. Idam aha hariprito
Idam
Dam
aha
aha
hari
hari
prito.
prito.
Gajendram kuru sattama
Gajendra
Gajendram
Sattama.
Kurushottama.
Shanvatam sarva bhutanam
Shrinvatam
Sharnavatam
Sarvabhutanam.
Sharvabhutanam.
sarva bhutamayo vibhu.
Sarvabhuto Mayo Vibhu.
O best of the Guru dynasty, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Super Soul of everyone, being thus pleased, addressed Gajendra in the presence of everyone there. He spoke the following blessings. Shri Bhagwan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Ye Mam Tvam Cha Sarashchedam
Ye
Yema
ma
Tvam
tvam cha
Chaschedam
sharashchedam.
Giri Kandara Kananam
Giri
Giri
Kandara
kandara
Kananam
kananam.
Vetra Kichaka Venunam
Vetra
Vetra
Ki
kichaka
Kavinunam
venunam.
Gulmani Surapadapan
Gulmani Surapadapam
Surapadapan.
Shringani Mani Dishnani
Shringani Mani
Shrinkani namani
Dhyani
drishyani.
Brahmano Me Shivasya Cha
Brahmano Me
Brahmano
Shivasya Cha
Shivas.
Shirodam Me Priyam Dhama
Shirodam
Shirodam me
Priyam
priyam
Dham
dama.
Shweta Dvipam Cha Bhaswaram
Shweta
Shweta
Deepam Cha
dvipam cha
Bhaswaram
bhasvaram.
Srivatsam Kaustubham Malam
Shrivatsam
Srivatsam
Kaustubham Malam
kaustubhamalam.
Gadam Kaumodakim Mama
Gadam
Gadam
Kaumudakam
kaumodakim
Mama
mama.
Sudarshanam Panchajanyam
Sudarshanam
Sudarshanam
Panchajanyam
panchajanyam.
Suparnam Patageshwaram
Suparnam Patageshwaram
Suparnadishwaram.
Shesham Cha Matkalam Sukshmam
Shesham Cha Matkalam
Shesham
Suksham
Shriyam Devim Madashrayam
Shriyam
Shri
Devim
Devim
Madashrayam
Ashrayam Yam.
Brahmanam Naradam Rishim
Brahmanam
Brahmanam
Naradam
Naradam Rishi.
Bhavam Praharadam Evacha
Bhavam
Bhavam
Prahladam Evacha
Matsya Kurma Varahadir
Matsya
Matsya
Kurma
Kurma
Varahade
Varahadir.
Avatare Kritani Me
Avatara
Avatare
Kritani
Kritani.
Karmani Ananta Punyani
Karmani
Karmani
Ananta
Anantam
Punyani
Punyani.
Suryam Somam Hutashanam
Suryam Shumam
Sumo
Hutashanam
Pranavam Satyam Avyaktam
Pranavam
Pranavam
Satyam
Satyam
Avyaktam
Avyaktam.
Go Vipran Dharmam Avyayam
Go Vipra Dharmam
Gopindamam
Avyayam
Avyayam.
Dakshayanir Dharma Patni
Dakshayane
Dakshayanir Dharma
Patni
Patni.
Soma Kashyapayorapi
Soma
Soma
Kashyapayorapi
Kashyapayorapi.
Gangam Saraswatim Nandam
Gangam
Ganga
Saraswatim
Saraswatim
Nandam
Nandam.
Kalindim Sitavaranam
Kalandim Sitavaranam
Kalinam
Dhruvam Brahma Rishin Sapta
Dhruvam Brahma Rishim Sapta
Punya shlokamscha manavan.
Punya Shlokamscha Manyavan
Uttaya pararatrante.
Utthaya Pararatrante
Prayata susamahita.
Prayataha
Prayata
Susamahitaha
susamahitaha
Smaranti mama rupani.
Smaranti
smaranti mama
Marupani
rupani
Mucyante te hamso khilat.
Mujjante
muchyante
Ham
te
Kilat.
kilat.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, free from all sinful reactions are those who rise from bed at the end of night, early in the morning, and fully concentrate their minds with great attention upon my form, your form, this lake, this mountain, the caves, the gardens, the cane plants, the bamboo plants, the celestial trees, the residential quarters of me, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, the three peaks of Trikuta mountain made of gold, silver, and iron, my very pleasing abode, the ocean of milk, the white island, Shvetadvip, which is always brilliant with spiritual rays, my mark of Srivatsa, the Kaustuba gem, my Vajayanti garland, my club, Kaumudaki, my Sudarshan disc, and Panchajanya conch shell, my bearer Garuda, the king of the birds, my bed Sheshnag, my expansion of energy, the goddess of fortune, Lord Brahma, Narad Muni, Lord Shiva, Prahalad, my incarnations like Matsya, Kurma, and Varaha, my unlimited, all auspicious activities which yield piety to he who hears them, the sun, the moon, fire, the mantra Omkar, the absolute truth, the total material energy, the cows and brahmanas, devotional service, the wives of Soma and Kashyapa were all daughters of King Daksha, the rivers Ganges, Saraswati, Nanda, and Yamuna, Kalindi, the elephant Airavat, Dhruv Maharaj, the seven rishis, and the pious human beings. So the Lord is saying this to remember the Supreme Lord. The various ornaments of the Lord, the various, uh, like his disc, his conch shell, his Garuda, Sheshnag, his devotees, devotional service. Okay. Okay. Yemam stuvanti ane nanga.
Ye mam
So,
stuvanti
Ti
nanga.
so
Anandinga.
Hare Krishna Shilpaji.
Hare Krishna.
So this is Bhagwan Uvacha, right?
Yeah.
So
The Lord
Bhagwan
is
is saying
speaking.
that that person who does all this gets free from all the sinful
Yeah.
reactions, right?
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Means by just remembering all these, like
Yeah,
his
just remembering.
remembrance, the conch shell, everything.
But in the morning, right? After you wake up from your dream, like after you wake up early in the morning, इसमें लिखा है जो रात्रि बिताने पर प्रातः काल ही जग जाते हैं, अत्यंत
Yeah.
ध्यान पूर्वक अपने मन को इन सब पर एकाग्र करते हैं, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is so powerful, like how Krishna's
The
name.
Gajendra to hear this. Yeah. To hear to hear this Gajendra pastime. That is
Hmm,
we hear in the morning. Then now the Supreme
hmm,
Lord is saying to Gajendra, he's speaking, right?
hmm,
The
hmm.
Lord is telling to
Yes.
Gajendra that whoever
Hmm,
who is remembering now, who's waking up in the morning, now again, who's thinking of my form, my devotees, my
hmm.
paraphernalia, devotional
My
service.
extensions, my
So this is the
expansion.
Falshruti
Yeah, the Falashutri we
also
heard was, yeah,
by Sukadev Goswami, right?
yeah,
That no
this from
bad dreams
Sukadev
will come,
Goswami.
you'd get. Yeah, that was the
devotional
Falshruti, but this
service.
is also
Yeah,
the part, like this is also very powerful in that way also, right?
yeah. So the
Okay,
Lord is
nice.
saying now, whoever does this he's
Mhm.
get free from all sinful reactions. The Lord is saying, who wakes up in the morning and then who concentrates his mind on the Lord, his devotees, his paraphernalia, like that, on his form.
So that means that when we are
And
chanting,
even the form of Gajendra, he's saying my
even
form,
the
your
form
form also. So
okay,
Gajendra's
form.
form also. Then he's saying this Trikota mountain because the pastime has happened here. So it means whoever's remembering this Gajendra's
So
pastime, whoever's remembering the Lord, his paraphernalia, gets free from
mm,
sinful reaction. So
mm.
this is also one also of the Falashruti.
Okay. Okay. Yes, thank you.
Hmm. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So ye mam stuvanti ane nanka
Ye
Ye
mam
mam
stuvanti
Iti
anenanga
anyanga
pratibudya nishatya ye
prati
Pati
buddhya
Buddha
nishatyaye
tesham pranatya ye chaham
tesham
Tesham
pranatyaye
Yaya
pranatyaye
chaham
Chaham
tadami vipulam gatim.
dadami
Dadami
vipulam
Vipulam
gatim
namtatim.
Gati
My dear devotee, unto those who rise from bed at the end of night and offer me the prayers offered by you, I give an eternal residence in the spiritual world at the end of their lives. So the Lord is telling Gajendra that whoever in the morning offers this Gajendra stuti, the prayers offered by Gajendra, goes to the spiritual world. So, okay, Shishukavacha
Sri Shuka Uvacha
iti adishya rishikesha
iti adishya rishikesha
pradmaya jalajotamam
Pradmaya
pratmaya
Chalajyotamam
jalojattamam
harshayan vibhudanikam
Harshayan
harshitanikam
Vibhutankanikam
aruroha khagadipam.
Aruroha Khagagdipam.
Kadadipam.
Sri Sukadev Goswami continued, after giving this instruction, the Lord, who is known as Rishikesh, bugled with his Panchajanya conch shell, in this way pleasing all the demigods, headed by Lord Brahma. Then he mounted the back of his carrier, Garuda. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 8th canto, 4th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled Gajendra Returns to the Spiritual World. Would anyone like to add anything? Any comments?
Yeah, like the importance, right? I mean, how important it is to wake up early in the morning, early morning.
Mm.
They say,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Brahma Muhurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
early
then
morning and remember.
and yeah, offer the prayers. Like
But it
stupid
not
I
thing is
works.
think that
like, this is the
the
right thing we should do. Yeah.
I
Yes.
think the lovely thing that I learned was the devotee, like how Krishna will come for the devotee. He loves you so much that no matter what, even if you just he just offered the prayers that he learned in his previous life, and he just offered a lotus flower. So bhakti is never lost, and Krishna is Krishna always comes for you, always, no matter what. He's there for you.
But it is written, when you will wake up early in the morning, like when you wake after night, when you wake up
Yeah,
early, and
that
you,
is we just read now. Yeah, I'm just
yeah,
telling like the whole from the Gajendra, like from
yeah,
the Gajendra part. Like definitely they say that I remember Narsimha Maharaj telling in one of the lectures at Bhavnaji's house that why do you hear? You hear to remember during your meditation when you are doing your japa, when you're doing your that is the time you have to remember the things that you have heard. That is what your chanting actually is. Narasimha Maharaj gave a whole lecture on meditation in Bhavanaji's house, and that's what he focused on. This is the only point that he focused, that when you do hear, when you hear, it is not that you're just hearing. You are hearing, you remember it, and while you're doing your meditation, remember all those leelas. So they are
So
saying the
nice.
same thing here. They're saying the same thing here, that because you have heard this, then because it's very important that what you've heard, you'll always remember that, that will come to your mind.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
true. Actually, when it's my
We also tend to forget,
personal,
when
yeah, it's my,
meditation sessions, we tend to forget. So
yeah. So
the
just
past
want
and
to say,
yeah.
like, whenever I go to bed and I watch some like YouTube or some social media news, so really, why I dream something very bad, like not bad. I don't remember what I have seen, like something very irrelevant with normal life or something is so weird. I cannot explain. So I realized this, like when I watch some like uh, very bad things, well, like news or something like that. So I dream exactly.
Yeah, it comes in the dream, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's why
So
true.
it's
Prabhupada
true.
used to say, yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
it's
Prabhupada
true.
used to say, read Krishna book at night before sleeping. You know,
Mm.
Prabhupada used to say that. So, but I know like some devotees, they will hear a lecture before they sleep, like
Mm.
kind of getting ready for bed. Like, you have kind of a routine. So that time they may switch on a lecture to get into that
Yeah.
mood. So to get nice dreams also. Um, yeah, so we need to hear properly, hear attentive. That's why I said hearing attentively, so that we can chant properly and then we can remember. When we attentively hear the pastimes, then we will remember them. So it's nice that we are like we have some kind of discussion, all that, then it stays more in the memory, right? When we kind of have some kind of a discussion about it.
Yes. Yeah.
So like we hear and then discuss. So that helps us remember better. Yeah, thank you so much. Shall we go on to the fifth chapter? Chapter 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the demigods appeal to the Lord for protection. So now finished. The Gajendra pastime finished. So this chapter describes the fifth and sixth Manus, and it also describes the prayers of the demigods and the curse of Durvasa Muni, the brother of Tamasa, the fourth Manu, who has previously been described, was the fifth Manu Raivata. The sons of Raivat included Arjuna, Bali, and Vindhya. During the reign of this Manu, Indra, the king of heaven, was known as Vibhu. So we can see Indra is a post because his name is mentioned here as Vibhu. So among the demigods were the Bhutaryas, and among the seven rishis were Hiranya Roma, Vedashira, and
Wow.
Urdhva Bahu. The rishi known as Shubhra by his wife, Vaikuntha, gave birth to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vaikuntha. This Supreme Personality of Godhead manifested a Vaikuntha planet at the request of Rama Devi. His power and activities are mentioned in the third canto. The sixth Manu was Chakshusha, the son of Chakshu Manu. Among the sons of the sixth Manu were Puru, Purusha, and Sudyumna. During the reign of this Manu, Mantra Druma was Indra, the king of the heavenly planets. Among the demigods were the Apyas, and among the seven rishis were Havishman and Viraka. The wife of Vairaj, whose name was Deva Sambhuti, gave birth to Ajita an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This Ajita, taking the shape of a tortoise and holding the mountain known as Mandara on his back, churned the ocean and produced nectar for the demigods. Maharaj Parikshit was very eager to hear about the churning of the ocean, and therefore Sukadev Goswami began to explain to him how the demigods, having been cursed by Durvasa Muni, were defeated in battle by the Asuras. When the demigods were deprived of their heavenly kingdom, they went to the assembly house of Lord Brahma and informed Lord Brahma of what had happened. Then Brahma, along with all the demigods, went to the shore of the ocean of milk and offered prayers to Shirodakashai Vishnu. So this is before the churning happened. It is, we are going to hear in this chapter why the churning of the ocean has happened. So text 1, Shri Shukovacha Rajan Uditam Etate
Rajan uditam etate
Hare Karma Ganashanam
Hare
Karma
Karma
Ganashanam
Gajendra Mokshanam Punyam
Gajendra
Moksham
Moksham Punyam
Revatam Tva Antaram Shrinu.
Revatam Tau
Antam
Anantam Shuru.
Shino.
Sukadev Goswami continued talking. I have described to you the pastime of Gajendra Mokshana, which is most pious to hear. By hearing of such activities of the Lord, one can be freed from all sinful reactions. Now please listen as I describe Raivata Manu. So does anyone remember in which Manu this pastime happened of Gajendra Moksh? It was the fourth Manu, Tamasa. Tamasa Manu was reigning, and that time this Gajendra pastime happened. Now again we are hearing, again Sukadev Goswami is saying that by hearing this Gajendra pastime, Gajendra Moksh, all our sins can be washed off. One can be freed from all sinful reactions. Okay, now we are coming to
Hare
Raivata.
Krishna.
Hmm.
Hare Krishna. So we
Hare
have 12
Krishna.
Manus, right?
14.
14. Oh, okay. So we are in
Yeah.
which, we are the
Seventh Manu. Right
seventh
now?
Manu.
Right now?
Yeah, right now, yeah. So we have still
Seventh
we
Manu.
left 7, right?
Yes.
Like
Still
we are
7
in
more
the
to go.
stage of 7 Manu, so still left the 7, right?
That's
Okay.
right.
So now
But
we are
each
reading
Manu
fifth one.
lives for, yeah, now we are going to start with the fifth Manu.
Fifth one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And each Manu lives for 1000 cycles of the Chaturyugas. Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, Kal Yug.
Okay.
71
Okay.
times. Sorry, not
70.
1000. 71 times.
Oh.
Means the one
71
Manu will
times
live.
4 yuga.
Yeah,
Repeated?
71 times. Yeah.
Oh.
Means, yeah, 71 times. The 4 yugas repeating. That is the life of one Manu.
Oh. So when the Kali Yuga will finish, then Treta Yuga will start in this Yuga, right?
Satyug will
Satyug.
start.
Satyug. Oh, Satyug.
Yeah.
Satyug will start. And it will repeat 71 times. Like we don't know it is which time, right?
Now it is already the 28th Kali Yuga because
28th.
Krishna appears. Because
Uh-huh.
Krishna appears on the 28th Kali Yuga of the 7th Manu.
Oh.
So now this is the 28th. I'm sorry, Krishna appears in the 28th Dwapar Yuga, not Kali Yuga.
Dwapari.
At the
Yes.
end of Dwapar Yuga, he came. So now is the 28th cycle
28.
is going on. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we are in
Yeah.
28th cycle. It's still the 30, 41, 42.
71
No,
minus 28. 43 left.
43. Yes,
Yeah.
43.
43 cycles
Oh,
left. Long time to
okay.
go.
Long time.
And this is the 7th Manu, huh?
Seventh
Fifth.
Manu.
We are in 7th
Seventh.
Manu. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
in 7th Manu.
But
Yeah.
Gajendra Maharaj happened
Fourth
the past
Manu.
time or the 4th?
4th Manu. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay.
Fourth.
Now we are reading 5th Manu. Okay.
Yeah. Now,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
It's very
Panchamor.
difficult to remember.
Yeah, it's okay. We repeatedly hear, then we can remember.
Mm.
Panchamo Revato Nama.
Panchamo Revato Namo.
Manostamasa Sodara.
Manustamasas Sodara
Bali Vindyadayastasya.
Bali
Bali
Vindyadayastasya
Sutta Arjuna Purvaka.
Sutta
Arjuna
Purvaka.
Purvaka.
The brother of Tamas Manu was the 5th Manu named Revata. His sons were headed by Arjuna, Bali, and Vindhya. Vibhur Indra Suragana. Rajan Bhutarayadaya.
Rajan Bhutarayadaya
Hiranya Roma Vedashira.
Hiranya Roma Vedashira
Urdhva Bhahav Adayo Dvija.
Adhayo
Dvijaha.
O king, in the millennium of Revat Manu, the king of heaven was known as Vibhu. Among the demigods were the Bhutarayas, and among the 7 Brahmanas who occupied the 7 planets were Hiranyaroma, Vedashira, and Urdhva Bahu. So when the Manu, the 5th Manu, his name is Raiva, was ruling, that time Indra was Vibhu. This personality called Vibhu, he is the Indra, and the demigods were the Bhutarayas. I don't know who are they, but they are the demigods. And the Saptarishis, the 7 rishis, among them were Hiranya Roma, Vedashira, and Urdhva Bahu. Urdhva Bahu. So we'll stop here for today, if that's okay, and we continue tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.